Muy buenos días amigos de Movimiento Latino, mi nombre es Osvaldo Coria, representante del Departamento de Empleo, y pues se preguntaban por ahí qué ofertas de trabajo le traemos esta semana. Pues esta semana no tenemos ofertas de empleo, pero sí les traemos información muy valiosa acerca de lo que es el Departamento de Empleo, ¿verdad? Mucha gente a veces piensa que EDD solamente es oficina de desempleo, pero en realidad somos oficinas de empleo, ¿verdad? Las 5 ramas que se caracterizan por el departamento de EDD es la rama de desempleo, la rama de empleos, que es la que yo represento, programa familiar pagado, incapacidad y edad de impuestos, ¿verdad? Cuando la gente tiene preguntas, ustedes tienen preguntas al respecto sobre su desempleo, qué es lo que está pasando, pues nosotros podemos asistirlos con información, darles un guía, asesorarlos, ¿verdad? Pero en realidad el enfoque principal del departamento es conseguirles o buscar contacto con los empleadores que están consiguiendo o que necesitan trabajadores para sus compañías, ¿verdad? Entonces eso es lo que hacemos nosotros. Por ahí si ustedes no tienen trabajo y quieren decir, bueno, ¿qué puedo hacer? ¿A dónde puedo ir? Usted puede ir a visitar su oficina más cercana de EDD para que lo podamos asistir. ¿Qué servicios tenemos? Bueno, uno de ellos los podemos asistir con su currículo de trabajo en el sistema de CalJobs. También les podemos dar, quizás tenemos aplicaciones de empleadores que están buscando gente, a veces vienen reclutamientos, tenemos empleadores que vienen 1, 2, 3 veces por semana. También si están trabajando, y esto es para los trabajadores del campo, si no les tienen su agua, sus sombras, cuando es temporada del calor, o los tratamientos, el departamento de empleo los podemos asesorar y ayudarles en este tipo de problemas. Muchas veces este tipo de quejas pueden ser anónimas, no tienen que decir su nombre, simplemente decirnos con quién trabajan, la localidad del empleador, y eso es todo, ¿verdad? Pero tomen en mente que el Departamento de Empleo tiene muchos recursos, por eso somos 24 trabajadores a nivel estatal que asistimos a todos los trabajadores agrícolas con diferentes tipos de información acerca de recursos que tienen en sus áreas de trabajo o de vivienda, ¿verdad? Diferentes condados tienen diferentes fondos monetarios, diferentes agencias que los ayudan gratuitamente, independientemente tengan o no tengan seguro social, ¿verdad? Pero por ahí, no se les olvide, ¿verdad? Que si tienen dudas o preguntas, si no sabemos nosotros, no los podemos asistir, los podemos referir a las agencias que están apropiadas para los casos o preguntas que tengan al respecto. Y recuerde que para ver todas las ofertas de empleo que les traemos cada semana tienen que estar registrados en el sitio de internet de www.caljobs.ca.gov. Muchísimas gracias por su atención, muy buenas tardes, bonito fin de semana y nos vemos la próxima semana. Hasta luego.
¿Qué tal amigos? Soy Carlos Prado, presidente de la radio La Única Mexicana 100.3 FM, invitándolos al gran evento de los Originales de San Juan.
Taquería y carnicería en México, donde encuentran los productos más frescos y todo lo necesario para su hogar. En Taquería y Carnicería México les ofrecen rica comida mexicana, tacos, burritos, tortas y mucho más. No se les olvide pasar por la carnicería, donde les ofrecen una gran selección de carne fresca. Ven y visítanos, localizado en el 225 South Gateway en Madera. El personal lo tratará como en familia. Taquería y Carnicería México, abierta las 24 horas del día para su conveniencia.
Gracias por continuar aquí con nosotros en Movimiento Latino Show. En nuestro segmento de Educación es Poder nos visita Miguel Arias, Trustee of State Center Community College District. Thank you very much for visiting our show. De hecho, ya está en el programa una o dos veces.
Una o dos veces anteriormente.
Háblanos un poco acerca del nuevo proyecto que tienes.
Mira, el proyecto que tenemos es muy importante. Por la primera vez este año juntamos varias personas para hacer un video muy importante, Public Service Announcement, asegurando que todos los latinos salgan a votar este año. Como tú sabes, es el año de presidente, de elecciones de presidente, y igualmente de importante, hay varias posiciones que se van a hacer decided este año. Por ejemplo, el alcalde de Fresno, hay posiciones en la mesa activa de la ciudad de Fresno, la mesa activa de educación, por todo el condado. And for us, it's extremely important that all our residents, especially the Latino ones, actually come out and vote.
Sure. You know, one of the things, I'm actually glad you brought that up, because we've been so focused on the presidency that we forget that locally there are a lot of challenges that we have from a government standpoint. What are you hoping to accomplish with this particular mission? ¿Qué es la misión?
The mission is very clear. We want everybody to understand that we all have a responsibility and obligation to vote, especially where we have family members that don't have the ability to vote themselves. Sure. Either porque no tienen documentos, they haven't become citizens yet, or they're not old enough. That it is very important this year to make sure that we send a very clear message, both at the national level, for those who support our friend Donald Trump, And at the local level, that they understand that this is a year where Latinos are going to have a major presence and a major say on who leads our community.
Sure. And I know people are really passionate about, you know, Clinton and Trump. I think, you know, one of the things I personally feel is that you really don't have to make a scandal. I think you can go out and vote. I think your vote is really what matters, and I think if you can rally your troops, whether it's your culture, your neighborhood, your organization, to vote, I think that ultimately is what makes the difference. Tell me where you plan to go with this in the near future. Is it going to be a nonprofit organization in the future?
You know, for now, what our plans are is to make sure that we get a very clear message to all our community in the Central Valley that we need to vote this year. Sure. And then we do intend that every year we're going to do something similar to make sure that, one, we identify, support Latino candidates who want to run for office and represent the overall community, and two, that they have the support that they need to be successful, sure. And three, that the community is aware of them and they actually come out and vote. And I will tell you that this is the first year where every year we all do this, where family comes to us and asks us for guidance. You know, who should I vote for? What does Proposition 55 mean? What does Proposition 51 mean? This is the first year, though, where those family members, our parents, our grandparents, actually know how important the election is, right. And they just need guidance. Yeah. And making sure that they support the right candidates.
Yeah. One of the things I recommend is people really research before making a decision. I think we get sort of lost in the social media battle. So I do recommend that people research before anything else. Is there a message you have for our viewers? Antes de mirar los videos, de hecho tus videos salen durante el programa creo 4 veces, so hopefully they'll get involved that way. But do you have a message for them?
Yeah, absolutely. We all know that the first step is making sure you register. That deadline passed yesterday. Now the second step is making sure that you're fully informed on the importance of each of the initiatives. This year, there's a record amount of things to vote for in the state of California. We have 17 different state initiatives, local school bonds. What I want people to know is, when we invest in our local communities, either supporting public schools, supporting our local candidates, when they hear our voice, they understand that they have the support to really press on things that are important to us. So the one message I would make sure everybody understands today is it's time to vote. Right? We had it, the time for taking a position on social media, the time for liking or unliking a friend or an issue is over now. Right. Now this is where it counts, and it's, the voting begins.
Right, and if you do your homework and your research, you understand no one can actually take a seat without the Latino vote.
Absolutely. I think this is the first year that nationally that message will be reinforced. In Fresno, is absolutely the case. Right. Anybody who wants to be mayor of this city, anybody who wants to be a supervisor, a council member, a school board member, they need to make sure they understand the Latino issues and they have Latino support.
Sure, and it's very important, and actually this message is really for the candidates. You really have to learn a little bit about your community and the cultures that are within those communities, because they're very diverse, especially, and I'm sure you know that as well. Well, mi gente, no le cambia el canal. You'll be able to view some of these videos on our social media. We invite you to check them out, like them, and of course, share them. Miguel, gracias por estar en el programa. Si tienen preguntas para ti, ¿cómo te pueden contactar?
They can call me, 906-1443, or they can just reach me on Facebook, Miguel Arias, trustee at State Center Community College District.
Muchas gracias, mi gente, no le cambie, regresamos.
En Miracle Realty han ayudado a familias del Valle Central a vender su casa y encontrar un nuevo hogar ideal para toda la familia, brindándoles un excelente servicio profesional de bienes raíces por más de 40 años. Miracle Realty, su agencia de bienes raíces local en el que puede confiar, ayudándola a convertirse en dueño de su propia casa, cumpliendo el sueño americano. Miracle Realty, localizada en el 17073 Road 26 en Madera. Para más información, llamen al 559-674-0091.
Hola mi gente de Movimiento Latino Show, yo soy Diego el Dragón. Les quiero dar la invitación que nos sintonicen cada viernes de 7 a 8 por la radio La Única Mexicana 100.3 con el radio El Movimiento con los Chavalones. Recuerden, cada viernes de 7 a 8 con el profe, con la B Sinaloa, con la Yaya y su compa, el Dragón. ¡Dale!
Gracias por continuar con nosotros en Movimiento Latino Show. Bueno, tenemos 2 segmentos de Educación es Poder esta semana porque se termina la Semana Nacional, and we have here with us 2 board members from the Binational Health Week Fresno County Task Force. That's a mouthful. By the way, we made the name, which is ironic that I can't remember it. But Juan from Clínica Sierra and also Christina from Valley Children's Hospital, but a specific department. What department is that?
So I work in the trauma department.
Yes, and she reminds me every time we bring it up. Trauma department? All right, guys, so what's our message for this week? What are we talking about?
So we're talking about an event that we have going on this Saturday at Highway City. It is an event for families.
Which is 30 minutes from now, by the way.
Yes.
Which is really ironic, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so the event is going to run from noon until 5 p.m. And it is free for anyone to attend. It's a Halloween theme, which is why we have some Halloween type things here. We're also going to be doing some free mammograms for women who don't have health insurance and the ability to get that.
And if you'd like a little more information about the mammograms, there'll be a video right after this that people can watch to kind of get a little more informed. They can also go to our Binational Health Week page, which is right below our screen, to get a little more information. So tell us a little bit about Binational Health Week before we get into this process.
So this is actually one of multiple events that we're doing. This is the last one of us for the season, thank God.
For you guys.
Yes, for us, yes. So this event, it's kind of, we're just wrapping it up, and we wanted to offer something really unique to this community because when we all sat down, we all noticed that there isn't any mammograms being offered for free, whether you're insured or underinsured, or obviously for those that don't have it. So we all kind of gathered to collaborate on this event, and we're able to make enough things happen to make
So with this particular project, who's collaborating? Who got together to work on this plan besides the Binational Health Week? By the way, there are 49 nonprofit organizations that make up Binational Health Week, or the task force itself, but specifically who's helping?
So the Fresno Grizzlies were really, really generous in being able to fund this, and they've been a really, really great partner to have. And then we're having Alinea from Southern California coming all the way up here to provide the mammograms for our populations here.
Yeah, and what's the number, what's the goal for that particular day, or for this particular morning, I should say, afternoon?
Our goal is a lot, but we're looking at, I think as of right now, we have about 50 individuals scheduled.
Right.
So this is going to be an awesome event because even those, even those that are insured, they would have to wait X amount of time just to get it done. So to bring this type of screening to them at no cost whatsoever, no catches, it's a really good asset to have for this community.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, I'm glad you brought this up because this is why Binational and the Binational Health Week Fresno County Task Force is really important, because we provide a service that typically isn't provided, whether it's car seat checkups, flu shots, mammograms, or even all the services that our organizations provide, not in one place, which is kind of interesting. So hopefully people will come out and give them an opportunity. I do know that there's supposed to have 2 bounce houses, things for kids. It's actually kid friendly. I'm assuming that's what this is about. So tell me a little bit about the basket that you have.
So I've got a lot of things for Halloween type safety. So that's one of the messages that our trauma and injury prevention team try to do this time of year. So things like keeping your kids able to be seen when they're out and about. So some people use flashlights, some people use like glow sticks like this. They come in as bracelets and necklaces. Because believe it or not, Halloween is one of the busiest nights of the year for trauma centers. We see a lot of vehicle versus pedestrian injuries because kids are super excited. It's a lot of fun. They're running in and out of traffic. And so it's really, really important for parents to be educated on how to have a great time and how to have fun. And events like this that we're going to be doing on Saturday are perfect because it's all contained. It's a completely safe environment for them, and it really is truly designed around families and for them to be able to have fun.
Yeah, and you brought up some great points. Typically I think we can all agree not all of us are patient drivers at times, but I think this is one of the days where you really want to make sure that patience is a critical part of your day. Because children get a little excited. Remember, this is one of the days of the year that children walk everywhere, everywhere. But I love the idea of the glow sticks. I think that's incredible. Did you guys come up with that, or did you find it on TV and steal it?
No, this is actually best practice from Safe Kids Worldwide, and Valley Children's is the lead agency for our local Safe Kids Coalition. So there's lots of safety messages in both languages, so English and Spanish, that are on their website. And I brought some other things like some of the bracelets that you can use. And one of the things that I never really thought about a whole lot was, instead of using masks for our face, painting your children's face, because the masks obstruct our vision. In fact, I just recently saw something on social media that talked about the plastic masks that we all wore in the 80s. And those you could not see out of.
We all looked at each other when we said that, because clearly we all understand what that means.
All of our moms probably bought us similar masks. And so instead of wearing those, or for the young ladies, long dresses, things that are shorter so that they don't trip and fall.
Sure, I agree. Is there anything specific you guys want to talk about your organizations? I know your particular job is pretty interesting.
So Clinica Sierra Vista, we're going to be providing the medical service portion of it. So we'll be providing the clinical breast exams as well as the partnering as far as to get people enrolled into the program to conduct the mammogram. So Clinica and obviously the Fresno County Binational Health Week Task Force, we're all just working really, really diligently to make this partnership happen.
Thank you, and thank you for being part of the committee and the board that meets all year long on this project. Christine, how about yourself?
Well, I want to say too, I think it's really important to acknowledge Clinica Sierra Vista for the amount of time that they put into this project because they did a tremendous amount of work.
They're definitely the catalyst
behind the
of this
scenes.
project, yeah.
I mean, probably hundreds of hours of time that they put into finding these women and ultimately helping them with their medical care down the line. So.
And you know, anyone who works on this particular project, binational, is really a labor of love because we're not necessarily compensated for being part of this process, but I think we all can agree that it's a very important resource for our community. I think the work that you guys did, I mean, I would call your boss, but I don't know their number. But I think you guys definitely deserve a lot of credit for all the hard work. I think Susan G. Coleman, is that what it's called? Yeah, Susan Coleman. I think that organization should be thankful to have you, but they are also a wonderful resource as well. Thank you very much for being on the show. Do you guys have one last message, one last invite for anybody?
So I just want to invite everyone to come out to the event. Saturday, it's at 4710 North Polk at Community Central Church.
That was pretty good.
Yes.
That was pretty good. I would not remember that.
Across from Teague Elementary School. Again, the event is totally free. Bring your family out. There's going to be lots of stuff to do for you and lots of resources there for families.
Right, and they will be able to find the address several times during the show and also our Facebook page, both Binational and Movimiento Latino Show. One last invite.
And also another free service we're going to be providing is free HIV screening. We have World AIDS Day coming up in December, so myself, I'll be there providing free screenings. 20 minutes for your results.
And we have churros. Come on, you can't say no to churros. Good folks, don't change the channel. We'll be back in a few minutes.
En Miracle Realty han ayudado a familias del Valle Central a vender su casa y encontrar un nuevo hogar ideal para toda la familia, brindándoles un excelente servicio profesional de bienes raíces por más de 40 años. Miracle Realty, su agencia de bienes raíces local en el que puede confiar, ayudándola a convertirse en dueño de su propia casa, cumpliendo el sueño americano. Miracle Realty, localizada en el 17073 Road 26 en Madera. Para más información, llamen al 559-674-0091.
Amigos, gracias por continuar aquí con nosotros. Bueno, hoy me visita una invitada muy especial, Verónica Bravo. Digo especial porque tiene un mensaje muy especial de Color Turn Graphics. Gracias. Bueno, no vamos a hablar de negocio hoy, porque si no nos va a vender, ¿eh? Ah, no, no te creas. Háblanos un poco acerca del proyecto en el que participaste.
Bueno, yo participé en Nuestra Tierra.
Sí.
Es una campaña que se está haciendo para la importancia del voto latino.
Sí.
Pienso pues que es algo muy importante para todos los hispanos, ya que no podemos quedarnos conforme
Sí.
esperando que otra gente decida por el futuro de nosotros.
Sí.
Entonces pienso que es muy importante que nos registremos y votemos para que nuestro voto pues también sea escuchado.
Sí, entonces, ¿cómo escogieron a las personas de los videos?
Las personas de los videos, bueno, yo fui contactada por la señora Marta Rosas por medio también de mi esposo. Es una amiga de nosotros que ya conocemos
Sí.
por un tiempo. Ella fue la que nos invitó a participar.
Sí, y bueno, y tú, para ti en lo personal, ¿qué significa la importancia y quizás el poder de poder votar?
Pues la importancia, como le comenté, pienso que debemos en California somos ahorita la mayoría de gente hispana, que muchas veces no nos registramos, esperamos a que otra gente esté decidiendo
Sí,
por
claro.
nosotros. Entonces pienso que es muy importante que salgamos nosotros también a exigir también nuestros derechos por todas las cosas que recientemente están también
Sí.
pasando.
Sí, es muy importante tener una voz, especialmente para las personas que desafortunadamente no tienen la habilidad de votar, ¿no? ¿No tienes un último mensaje para personas que quizás no quieren votar porque piensan que su voto no cuenta?
Pues yo les invito a que todos participen a votar, porque todo voto es importante, no importa si es el año que viene o este año, pues ya la registración se terminó el día de ayer, pero
Sí.
pienso que el año que viene seremos un poquito más que salgamos a votar.
Sí. Bueno, gracias por regalarnos unos minutos.
Gracias.
Muy buen trabajo, estaba un poco nerviosa, pero ya se le fue, hasta las novelas va a salir, pero no se crean. Mi gente, no le cambie, regresamos con más.
Gracias.
Hola mi gente, soy Diego Dragón. Les quiero dar la invitación a que sintonicen en la radio La Única Mexicana todos los viernes 7 a 8, que vean el show del movimiento con los chavalones del Movimiento Latino Show. Todos los viernes 7 a 8 con el Dragón, con el Profe, con la Yaya, con la Bella Sinaloa, cómo no, y con DJ Game Time. No se lo pierdan, cada viernes de 7 a 8.
Hi, I'm Sonia Lupian and this is Corazón Melao and we're here to perform La Vida es un Carnaval.
Todo aquel que piensa que la vida es desigual tiene
Sonia Lupian, and this is Corazón Melao, and we're here to perform Don't Know Why Bachata Style.